Picture a scene with me for a moment. It's 5:30 p.m. on a Tuesday. You're sitting in rush hour traffic. It's raining, and you look over to your left. In the lane next to you is a pristine blacked out luxury SUV. It smells like leather, the dashboard looks like the cockpit of a spacesuit, and the person driving it is wearing a perfectly tailored suit. They've got a brand new smartphone mounted on the dash, and they just look relaxed. They look like they won the game. You sit there in your Honda or your Toyota, looking at your slightly stained upholstery, and a tiny voice in the back of your head whispers, "What am I doing wrong? Why does it feel like everyone else cracked the code, while I'm still out here grinding just to stay afloat?" Now, let me paint the rest of that picture for you. The part you can't see through their tinted windows. That person in the luxury SUV, their heart is beating at 90 beats per minute, just sitting still. Why? Because tomorrow is the first of the month, and that car payment is $950. Their rent is $2,800. Their total credit card minimum payments are creeping up to 4 figures, and they currently have exactly $47 in their savings account. They aren't driving a car, they're driving an anchor. And if they get a flat tire on the way home, the entire financial universe will collapse like a house of cards. Welcome back to Flexify 2. And yes, I know, I've been MIA for a minute. Life got a bit loud, but I'm back, and the mic is hot. And we are diving straight into the deep end. Today, we are pulling back the wrapper on one of the most toxic, exhausting, and widespread cultural epidemics of our time, the fake rich trap. We're going to expose the psychological illusion of modern wealth. Look at why our brains are hardwired to fall for it, and break down the exact signs that reveal someone is completely drowning in debt behind closed doors. If you are ready to stop playing the comparison game, protect your mental health, and learn how to build real quiet freedom instead of a loud fake performance, do me a huge favor right now. Scroll down, hit that subscribe or follow button on whatever platform you're listening to this on. It takes 1 second. It keeps this show completely ad-free and independent, and it ensures you never miss my weekly reality checks. So let's dive into the psychology of the paper empire. Before we even get into the dead giveaways that someone's finances are not what they seem to be, we have to first understand why this happens. Why do perfectly smart people willingly walk into a cage of their own making? The answer is simple. We no longer live in an economy of goods. We live in an attention and status economy. A generation ago, if you wanted to show off your success, you had to invite people over to your house or see them at the local country club. Your circle of comparison was maybe 20 or 30 people in your immediate neighborhood. But today, your circle of comparison is the entire planet. Every time you unlock your phone, you are blasted with the top 1% highlights of millions of strangers. And our brains haven't evolved to handle that. We see a lifestyle on a screen, our dopamine drops, and we subconsciously think, if I don't look like that, I'm failing. So, people start constructing an illusion. They realize that in the modern world, looking rich is actually very cheap, while becoming wealthy is incredibly expensive. Think about it. To actually be wealthy, to have $1 million in liquid investments, a fully funded retirement, and absolute financial peace takes years of discipline, sacrifice, and invisible work. No one sees your index funds when you walk into a bar. No one can take a selfie with your high-yield savings account. Real wealth is completely invisible. But looking rich is easy. You can walk into a dealership today with a mediocre credit score and walk out with a lease on a car you can't afford. You can buy a designer belt on a credit card, and you can use your financial engineering to look like a millionaire by Friday afternoon. But it's a trap. And because it's a trap built on appearance, the person inside it has to spend every waking hour maintaining the illusion. But here's the flaw in the plan. No matter how good you are at putting on a show, people are terrible at hiding financial stress. The cracks always show up in the most ordinary, mundane moments. Let's talk about where those cracks appear. The first place the illusion shatters is in social settings. Money pressures change human behavior in very specific ways. Let's start with the bill forensic accountant. We've all experienced this. You go out to dinner with a group of friends, maybe it's someone's birthday or just a weekend catching up. This specific friend is the one who insisted on going to the trendiest, most expensive spot in town. They ordered the cocktails, they suggested the appetizers, and they loved the vibe. But the moment the waiter drops that little black folder on the table, the energy in the room evaporates. Suddenly, this person pulls out their phone calculator. They start analyzing the receipt line by line. Wait, who ordered the sparkling water? I only had 3 sips of that. Let's make sure we split the tax proportionally based on our entrees. Now look, there's absolutely nothing wrong with being mindful of your budget. But if you're on a budget, own it. Say it up front. But when someone craves the prestige of luxury spending, but suffers a literal panic attack when it comes to time to execute the transaction, they are living on the edge of their means. They want the clout of the restaurant, but their bank account can't handle the reality of the food. That leads directly into another social tell, the 11th hour flake. These are the friends who are incredibly enthusiastic when you plan a weekend trip, a concert, or a big night out. They say, "Oh my God, yes, sign me up. I'm 100% there." But as the date gets closer, they start pulling away. And then, at 9 p.m. the night before, you get the text, "Hey, so sorry, something came up at work," or "I'm just feeling super under the weather. You guys go without me." If this happens once or twice, it's life. If it's a pattern, it's almost always a cash flow crisis. They want desperately to belong to that lifestyle, but when the deadline hits to actually pay for the Airbnb or buy the ticket, they realize they don't have the funds, and their pride won't let them admit it. So they create a ghost emergency to save face. But how are they funding the things they do buy? Well, that brings us to the modern financial ghost, the micro debt addict. Pay attention to how the people around you talk about purchasing everyday items. We are living in the golden age of buy now, pay later. Applications like Klarna, Afterpay, and Affirm have completely normalized debt for the middle class. If someone is financing a living room couch, okay, maybe that makes sense. But if someone is breaking a $70 pair of shoes, a grocery haul, or a concert ticket into 4 easy payments of $17.50, their cash flow is entirely depleted. When your entire existence is chopped up into 20 different monthly microdebts, you don't own your life. You are literally renting your wardrobe and your lifestyle from tech startups. Let's move from the social life into their daily habits. This is where the contrast between looking successful and being successful becomes terrifyingly clear. The next tale is subscription creep. Secretly broke people often suffer from a complete lack of financial boundaries. They don't look at their bank statements, they look at their available credit. Because of that, they fall victim to automated leak. They have the premium gym membership they haven't visited since January. They have 6 different TV streaming platforms, premium music apps, cloud storage upgrades, and curated monthly box subscriptions. Individually, it's $15 here, $22 there. But collectively, it's a slow, quiet bleed of $300 to $400 a month, leaving their account automatically. It's death by 1,000 paper cuts, and it completely wipes out their ability to save. To mask that lack of savings, they double down on what I call the annual upgrade cycle. Every September, like clockwork, they have a brand new smartphone. They have the latest smartwatch. They have the newest gadgets the exact week they launch. Why? Because consumer electronics are the easiest way to signal to the world that you have disposable income. It's a portable billboard that says, "Look, I'm doing well." But in reality, that phone is just tacked onto their cellular bill as another $45 a month line item over the next 3 years. And this highlights the deepest tragedy of the fake rich trap: prioritizing brand over asset. These individuals can identify luxury from a mile away. They know the exact stitching on a designer bag, the specific model of a luxury watch, or the name of the hottest streetwear designer. They can talk for an hour about consumer goods. But ask them a basic wealth question. Ask them what their asset allocation is, or what the difference is between a Roth IRA and a traditional brokerage account, or what kind of interest rate are they getting on their cash. Total silence. Or worse, they laugh it off as boring or nerdy. They've spent hundreds of hours mastering the art of outflow, but 0 hours mastering the art of inflow. They are experts in depreciation and completely illiterate in appreciation. But here is the thing about illusions: they require perfect conditions to survive. A paper empire looks beautiful on a sunny day, but life isn't always sunny. Eventually, it rains, and when the rain comes, the entire structure dissolves. The absolute, definitive, undeniable sign that someone is secretly broke is the minor inconvenience panic attack. I want you to think about this deeply. True wealth is not measured in things. It is not measured in luxury brands, engine displacement, or zip codes. True wealth is measured in time and peace of mind. When a person who seemingly has it all experiences a minor, routine life hiccup, their car needs a new alternator, their refrigerator stops cooling, or their dog needs an unexpected trip to the vet that costs $600, and that event triggers a full-blown, tears welling up, hyperventilating, existential crisis. The mask is slipped. The panic tells you everything you need to know. It tells you that despite the shiny exterior, they are living on razor's edge. They have zero financial runway. They are one missed paycheck away from complete devastation. To cope with that terror, they start robbing Peter to pay Paul. They play financial musical chairs. You hear subtle hints of borrowing $20 for gas until Friday, or casually mentioning how they transferred a balance from one credit card to a new zero-interest credit card just to buy themselves another 6 months of breathing room. They are running on a treadmill that keeps getting faster, just trying not to fly off the back. And finally, if you try to help them, if you gently bring up the idea of a budget, or suggest a cheaper alternative for dinner, or talk about a savings goal, you hit a wall of aggressive defensiveness. When someone is secure with their money, they don't mind talking about it. A wealthy person will happily tell you, "Oh, I'm not spending money on that right now. I'm saving for a house," or "That's out of my budget." They have nothing to prove. But a broke person trying to look rich treats the word budget like an insult. They get angry, they get sarcastic, or they deflect because you are holding up a mirror to a reality they are too terrified to look at. Look, I want to close today's episode by saying something very clearly. This conversation is not about judgment. It is not about looking down on the Corys of the world or feeling superior to people who are struggling. We live in a culture designed to make us feel inadequate. We are targeted by multi-billion-dollar marketing algorithms whose sole purpose is to make us miserable with what we have, so we buy what we do not need. The pressure to perform success is heavier than it ever has been in human history. It's an easy trap to fall into. But I want you to remember this when you unlock your phone today, or when you're sitting in traffic looking at that luxury car next to you. You cannot buy peace of mind at a dealership. Looking rich will drain your energy, your sleep, your relationships, and your future. But building real, quiet wealth, the kind that sits quietly in your accounts, the kind that means a flat tire is just an annoyance instead of a tragedy, that is where your freedom lives. Don't trade your real freedom for a fake audience's temporary applause. If this episode brought you a little bit of peace today, or if it gave you the reality check you needed to stop comparing yourself to a ghost, please take 5 seconds to support this one-person show. Hit that subscribe button, leave a 5-star review on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, and share this episode with a friend who needs to hear it. It helps the channel grow more than you know. Stop spending money you haven't earned to buy things you don't need to impress people you don't even like. I leave you with this. Take care of your peace, take care of your wallet, and most importantly, take care of yourself. God bless.